I'm sideways a little bit. Hi guys, I'm Trish. This one's about like my money saving playlist thing. Oh, can you tell the day I'm having today? I'm just going to soldier on. My chin's all red. We'll make this video, but we're not going to look at my chin, all right? And we're not going to look at this first pimple I've had in about 40 years up here either. All right, that's how we're doing this video. Yes, so I made the playlist about how I save money. And I haven't actually told you yet how I save money. Now, given that I'm on a pension, I'll be completely 100% honest, I don't save a lot of money. And a lot of the money that I save, I end up having to dip into. That is just life on a pension, but I do the very, very best I can. And when I say that, I mean, I've got, in my, I'm not going to say which bank I'm with, but with my bank, I can open up lots of different accounts within my account. So I have not just one account where everything is. I've got lots of little like micro accounts where I can save up for different things all at once, and they're all separate so that I know at any given time how much I'm saving towards each thing that I save for. And one of those little micro accounts that I have is like a rainy day kind of fund for, you know, like if the car breaks down or something like, you know, things like that. So that's where sort of like all the, like the excess goes into, not that I really have any excess. And that is the account that I dip into if I need to, like if I'm getting towards the end of the fortnight and I'm running out of money, right? But what I will be spending is money that I have saved that fortnight, so my savings don't increase. Sometimes it goes down because I need a little bit extra. But I try so hard to save, so hard to save. Right, pension, so it's near impossible. But what I do is I have a few other things that I'm saving up for, right? And it's like my bigger bills. So I save up for my RACV roadside assistance that is due once per year. I've already saved up for that. That's not due until November. That's already paid for. It's like about $110. That's just sitting in my little micro account that's called RACV roadside assistance or something. So I know it's there. I don't touch that one, right? And then I've made a couple of other accounts. I've got one for Christmas. I've got one for my rego, and one for my gym, and one for, did I say car insurance and home contents insurance? They're a little bit different. I'll explain those. So I'll sort of like start from scratch each fortnight, right? Now, when I get my pension into my bank account, my rent is already paid, right? And I can't, this is terrible. I can't, and I only just paid my bills this morning. I can't remember what the exact figure is that's like, that actually hits my bank account after my rent has been paid. But let's say it's, I don't know, something 160, right? So what I do is, just on that first day when I just get paid, we'll say, and this is not the figure, okay? This is not the figure. I wish this was the figure, right? Let's say it's $960 is left in my bank after my rent's paid, right? And it's not that much. What I do is I take that 60 to bring it down to an even 900, so like back down to the next 100. And with that 60, I put 30% straight into my Christmas micro account, and then the rest I put into my rainy day fund, right? So I would be out of $60, I'd be putting, what's 30% of 60? Whatever, I've gone blank. 3, 6, 18. I'd put $18 into my Christmas club, or my own personal Christmas club, my Christmas account, and then $42 into savings, right? And I do that every pay. That's just my initial straight up savings. Then I've got a separate account for my gym because this is really only because my gym was like screwing me around so much with my direct debit that I had to make a separate account that was just for my gym. I put because I pay my gym by direct debit fortnightly, so I make sure that I've got my gym payment in there each fortnight, plus they take out a $10 equipment upgrading fee or some shit every 3 months. So I make sure that it's always got that extra $10 in there. So I don't need to worry about my gym payment bouncing, right? So that gets transferred across. Then what I've done with my rego, because my rego is due every 3 months, I pay it every 3 months, and it does cost a little bit more to do it like that, but I'm going to address that at another time. So what I do, and it's about, from memory, it's about $108. So there's 13 weeks in 3 months. So I work out how much I need to put into that micro account each fortnight so that when my rego is due, the money's there, right? So my rego is due, actually it's due in about 3 weeks, and I will have one more pay before then, and I'll put in, because I put, when I have extra, I put extra in. So I've got about another $11 to put into that, which I will put in out of my next pay. And my rego's paid. I don't need to worry about it. The money's there. Now, I also pay my car insurance and my home contents insurance monthly at the moment, right? And it does cost more to do it like that, but if I don't do it like that, like my home contents insurance is something like, I can't remember the exact figure, but I think it's like about $250 a year or something. And my car insurance, because I've got fully comp, because I can't afford to not have fully comp, it's $400 and something once a year. And it's for me to be able to just come up with that sort of money, especially like $400 all in one hit, is just impossible. So that's why I pay them monthly. Now, I don't want to do that anymore, but at the moment I don't have the money to pay like a full 12 months in advance. So I'm continuing to pay them monthly. So one of them is, I'll have a look. One of them is about, if I can find them now. Yeah, one of them's $23 a month, and the other one is $39 a month. So I'm still continuing to pay those on a monthly basis, but at the same time, I've decided that I'm just going to bite the bullet and save up on top of that, like in my separate micro accounts. I've got one for the car and one for the home contents, saving up each fortnight so that when they do become due, I will be able to pay them like the full 12 months in advance, and then I'll be able to just put away the money each fortnight so that the next time it's due in the next 12 months time, I'll have the money there. So I'm running pretty short on money at the moment. Well, not really short, but like when you add all that up together. So I'm hoping, because the home contents insurance one is much smaller, and I think that one's due in October, I'm saving with the goal of having that money there by October this year so that I can pay it, and then it'll reduce, because I won't be like double paying each fortnight. I'll just pay it all up front for that 12 months and then just put away the money each fortnight for that. Now the car insurance, because that's like over $400, I think, that's going to take me a bit longer to save up. So I think it's going to take me about 18 months, I've worked out, to save that up. But once I hit October and I'm not like double paying my home contents insurance, I'll be able to save more towards the car insurance. So it'll be a bit less than that time, but that's what I'm sort of projecting at the moment. Or I might then start saving up extra for my rego so that I can pay it like 12 months in advance, because then it'll save me a bit of money on the rego as well. At the moment, I'm just trying to get a real grip on my finances so that I can short-term pain now, short-term less money now, short term, like things are really tight, for within about 12 months, I'll be in a better place financially, because I will have just buckled down for this time. So I think that was all I needed to tell you about. Oh, and that's another thing I do. And this is something that my daughter told me, and it's really, it's fun for me because I like numbers, right? I love crunching numbers. I love data, right? So just give me a reason to make a spreadsheet. Just give me a reason, and I will do it. I've got my notebook. Where is it? Here's my notebook for my savings for 2023, where I've been just like keeping notes of all the little savings I make, like at Woolies, and when I buy stuff on sale, and when I get discounts on petrol and all this sort of thing. And I'm keeping notes of it all in here. And I am so excited because at the end of this 12 months, I'm going to make spreadsheets. And it's going to be amazing. And I'll do that so that I can report back to everyone, like the breakdown of how much money I've saved and all that sort of thing. Yeah, but the thing that my daughter told me she does, and she's a really, really good little saver. She has always been a really fantastic little saver. If I go to the shops, right, like I went out for an appointment this afternoon, and on the way home I stopped off and I got myself a coffee, right, because I needed it after the appointment. So I stopped off and I got myself a coffee. So then when I come home, and I haven't done it yet, but I will, or I might have already, I can't remember. But what I would do, if I go out, if I buy something at the shops, or if I buy something on Amazon or whatever, if any money comes out of my account at any time between being paid and like my next pay, like when I first get paid, I bring it down to the next 100 down. I bring it down to the next like $10 down. So if I ended up with, say, $456.35 left in my bank after I've bought something, I would take that $6.35 and I would put 30% of that into my Christmas micro account, and then I would put the rest of it into my my rainy day account. So just those little bits of savings, like $3 here, $4 there, sometimes it's, like 90 cents here, or, 15 cents there. It all adds up. It all adds up. And it's like a game for me. And now I started doing this a few years ago, before my son got sick. And I actually, just doing that, just those two things, right? Because I wasn't trying to save up for my car insurance and everything. All I was saving for was Christmas and my rainy day fund, right? And I managed to save up, like normally most years I'll have about $400 in my Christmas micro account just by doing this. And yeah, before my son got sick, and just cleaned out my bank account, which I'm glad I had the money there. I had saved up over $1,000. I was so excited when my bank account went like into triple digits, or not triple, quadruple digits. It went over $1,000. I was so excited that I was able to actually save that much money. And then my son got sick, and with all the specialists he had to see and all the medication and traveling backwards and forwards, like helping him out and everything, it all went. But I'm determined to save up again, or at the very least, when it's time to service my car, I'd like to have the money there to be able to pay for it up front without having to get a Centrelink loan. Even if that's all I can do, I'm happy. That's my goal. And I guess compared to most people, like who work and have a lot more income, that would seem quite, small to most people. But for me, it's a really, really massive deal. I'm not saving up for a new car. I'm not saving up for a holiday. I'm not saving up for anything like that, because it's, as I said, like I quite often save money throughout the fortnight and then end up having to dip into it, and sometimes end up having to dip into the previous fortnights as well. But overall, and to give you an indication where it's 1st of April today, and just in my rainy day account, I don't even have $200 in there because I've had to dip into it so much. But there, I've got a little tiny bit of a buffer there for very small emergencies, I guess. But I would like it to be much bigger. But I guess because I'm saving for so many other things, you know, like for car insurance and, you know, rego and home contents insurance and all that, and Christmas and everything, I am still saving. You know, if you look at my whole savings as a whole, rather than breaking it down, I'm doing all right for someone on a pension, I think. I get everything paid for. So that's it. That's my weird way of saving, and it's fun. It's fun because I like numbers. I guess if someone doesn't like numbers, that's not going to be a fun thing for you to do. But that's it.